If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you a songwriter? Are you looking to turn your songwriting passion into a full-time gig? Whether you are just at the start of your songwriting journey or a seasoned industry professional, this show is made for you. Welcome to The Songwriter Show, bringing together songwriting news, interviews, and community. Now, welcome your host, Sarantos.
Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to The Songwriter Show right here on Reality Radio 101. I'm your host, Sarantos. I'm a solo music artist who's been writing lyrics for as long as I can remember. Words just mean the world to me, and that's why I love hosting this show for you every single Tuesday evening. I believe so strongly in my heart that every song is a story. Tonight, I'm so excited to have Kenny J. Wilkins, singer, songwriter, and producer. He's released a single, Your Woman, on International Women's Day, followed by his EP Back to Rhythm and Love Volume 1 in July. 2024, Kenny was accepted into the Recording Academy and is on the first ballot in 4 categories. He's getting ready to release his Christmas album, as well as the start of 2025 with a new EP.
And now, welcome this week's special guest.
Welcome to the show, Kenny J. How you doing?
I'm pretty good, buddy. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing well. So you got kind of a cool story. Tell us a little bit about what made you want to do this crazy thing called music.
I don't know. It's just been a thing of mine forever. Since I was 5 years old, that was just something that has been just my itch that I couldn't scratch for a long time. 5 years old, I can remember on the pew at church strumming my guitar. That's just where it started. My dad was a musician, so it was kind of in my DNA, and I couldn't stop. So I enjoy it so much. I enjoy the sound. Even if I'm not doing music necessarily, I still like to be behind the engineering board, engineering and running sessions. So I just can't stop.
So tell us what your passion is. Like, if I could make you do one thing, is it music, producing? Like, what is, like, I know you do a bunch of things, but what's your one thing?
My production is my thing. Because in production, I could do the music. I could do the creation process. To me, is kind of in the production phase of it. So I love that portion of it, the creation of that at the beginning stage. That's what I enjoy.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about what's your special talent? What do you think really gets you to understand how to do that element of your job or your passion?
For me, I believe I would say it's just my understanding of different genres of music, because I just had a hand at playing and enjoying them in many different forms. So if there was one thing, it would be understanding and enjoying to play all of the different formats that I play, whether it's gospel, whether it's R&B, whether it's hip hop, whether it's jazz, whether it's Latin, whether it's even country, believe it or not. I just love to do different styles of it. And for me, that's kind of what kind of gives me, international sort of sound that I enjoy to play.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. And I got to tell you, talking to you, man, you just have this silky smooth voice. It's like, I could see the different genres you're talking about. So tell us a little bit about you and your vocals and your lyrics. And I think you got the music part down, but tell us about the other part.
The vocals, I mean, I enjoy the skit scatty, jazzy sort of creative, impromptu vocal. I can sing in any, I'm not patting myself on the back, but I could basically go high, low, mid, doesn't really matter. Music at its essence, I could just sing anything. So the song or the sound of a country song, I could kind of mimic it. I could mimic a reggae sort of style and put the patois on it. So it doesn't matter. I enjoy it, and that's just what it is for me.
It's great, man. So tell us a little bit about on the music side. Do you have a main instrument?
Keyboard would be my main instrument, yeah.
Okay. And when you come up with something on your own, do you like to do rhythm first? Do you like to do melody? What do you like to do first?
It depends on what the song is calling for. I could be driving in my car and get a rhythm because of the road I could be sitting about to lay down and go to bed. I'll get a guitar lick. I'll pick up the guitar. And most times when I hear those two things, I'll work them out first on whatever instrument that is and just translate it onto the keyboard and just kind of use that piece that I kind of got a hold of really fast as a backdrop just to keep the feel that kind of allowed me to create it. So that's normally what happens.
Who's your favorite musician of all time?
Eesh. It's hard to say, but Stevie Wonder seems to pop out a lot more because of his writing ability and his production savviness and his, musicianship. So Stevie Wonder is one.
It's a great influence, man. I
Yeah.
love some of the stuff Stevie did. And,
Yeah.
I know Eddie Murphy liked to make fun of him a little bit, but
Hmm.
he was a class act and he was,
Absolutely.
man, musically crazy to think what he did.
Absolutely. Second to none. He's written for so many different people.
Yeah.
And that sound, that Stevie Wonder sound will be here to the end of time. That thing is just killing everywhere you put it. It's so nice. It's so good.
Yeah, for sure. Do you teach any music or production or anything?
Production, I do teach, and engineering and just understanding frequencies. I do have a hand in teaching that.
Okay. Do you think that helps you at all?
It does because some of the techniques you can teach. Some of you have firsthand and kind of using them in your production. So anything that you'll be able to study and understand to be able to translate to people to get and understand. Music in itself, in its essence, is really really not difficult really to do. I think we kind of put all of these processors and we're looking at this and looking at that. Your ear, from what I've used over the years, has been the best thing, the best tool that I could ever use. My ear, bigger than a UV meter, whatever the case may be. Your ear is going to tell you the best, and your soul when you feel it. And sometimes as musicians and as technically savvy individuals, we depend on so many things to kind of get us there. But sometimes it's just how do you feel about that piece? It makes a difference. So I can't necessarily teach that, but I can kind of give some pointers to pay attention to when you're listening to music. So that's where I'm at.
I always tried, but about 5 years ago, I really made a concerted effort to try to train my ear. I bought,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of apps and
Mm-hmm.
programs and man, ear training, it is crazy. Like, I think it's helped me in so many different
Yes.
ways. And I
Yes.
think some people don't realize they naturally have a good ear,
Mm-hmm.
but I can pick out things that I couldn't pick out before. And then
Right.
it helps me with melody. It helps me with so many different
Mm.
areas.
Absolutely. Very much so. I mean, if anything that us musicians need to kind of get better at, and people are abroad that's learning how to do certain things in music, develop your ear because that's going to be the thing that's going to make you or break you, your ear, how you hear, how you listen.
Yeah. And nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
People talk about vocal lessons, songwriting lessons, and all these things, buy a new plugin or buy a new
Mm.
amp for your guitar. But
Yeah.
I think it's the most beneficial thing I think I've done,
Yeah.
other than my songwriting lessons, because obviously that's one of my passions.
Yeah. So you can buy a Logic out of the box. So many people are buying. I can mix a song in Logic with the stock plugins and get a great sound out of it. It's not a problem. It's just what you utilize and how you hear. Once you put those things together, you'll be able to get a good piece out. I'm not saying don't buy any plugins because I'm sure, people that are a little advanced want to hear a little different. But for the most part, you can get a very, very good sound out of the box with Logic with stock plugins.
Yeah, you just reminded me of something I heard long time ago. I was like an idiot buying different things, and they're like, look, you don't need to have a million different plugins. Learn how to use.
That's right.
So I focused on Apple and Logic and just focusing on what they had. And I have like some isotopes, some waves, but
Mm-hmm.
I really just focus on trying to learn those better.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the beginning, like, I'm like looking through, oh, let me add like 800 different sounds to it and see what I like. But I think you're so right about that.
Yeah, it's just important. I mean, I'm not saying not please, nobody come after me for saying this. It is okay to buy programs straight out of the box, your dog, buy it out of the box and get so many great, plugins that you should be able to kind of finagle what you want out of it. Don't listen to so many different people. Use your ear and get out of that box what you want to.
Yeah, true. Okay, man. I'll tell you what, Kenny J, tell us about this song we're going to hear. What inspired it?
You're a woman. It was just as an artist, it's important to me to be a part of solutions and writing songs that's going to be a part for humanity that's going to be positive. And I wanted to, as an artist, sometimes, most of us get a huge rap for just kind of disrespecting women and, having them sprawled across the hood of your car and just, it's completely disrespectful. I wanted to be a part of a musician or to label myself as an artist that write songs that's going to empower. This song, "You're a Woman," was born out of that. I didn't necessarily want it to be something that I did. In fact, it was going to be a song that somebody else did, but I just took that and just said I wanted to do it myself. And it was so much of a great success. So many people enjoyed the song, and it was just born out of me wanting to empower women. That's basically all. I did not know the International Women's Day was going to be on the date that I dropped it. My PR, just kind of made reference to, that's like an International Women's Day. And it just seems like it was just something that was supposed to be. And I wanted to be a part, to use my artistry to help empower and to be positive. I have a show called Real Talk, Real Thought. It's basically unpacking songs that have a positive essence to them. I think those are the writings that I think we ought to be pushing. And I'm not saying not be creative, but sometimes the creative process these days seems to be lost. And real good songs, in many cases, those songs seems to be pushed a whole lot more than positive songs that's going to help uplift people. And I wanted to be a part of writing a song that had an impact on upbuilding and empowering women. So.
Yeah, that's very cool, man. That's a very cool mission, and I commend you for it.
Yeah, thanks so much.
No problem. All right. Tell you what, let's take a listen, then we'll come back and talk some more, okay?
For sure.
Awesome. All right, everybody, check this out. Here we go.
What have we done to treat women so cold? Treat them like they're nothing when she's worth more than gold. Women to me are like diamonds, I love the way you shine. The most precious treasure, I love the way you shine. I see your smiling face, girl, with your style and grace. Your spirit fills the room, gives me chills when you enter in. You change the atmosphere, your heart is so sincere. Your love is pure, my lady. You hold my heart with care. I see your smile and praise it. It looks so good on you. You're valuable, express it. Don't let another take it from you. Your heart is good, just love it. Your soul connects, never broken. You have a giving heart with love that's around you. That's around you. You're divine, you're on your grind, you're refined, divine. You're a woman, you're a woman, you're a woman, you're a woman. Your strength, your poise, we honor. Your love so sweet and Maya. Support a life and story. Bury the pain you carry. One man I love and praise you. Have tied your heart with true love. Appreciate sacrifice, never broken. You're a woman. Give you your flowers. One day we honor. Celebrate your love. Hold it tight, not fly away. You're in a class by yourself. Beautiful to yourself. You're a woman. You're a woman. You're a woman. I see your smile and praise it. It looks so good on you. You're valuable, express it. Don't let another take it from you. Your heart is good, just love it. Your soul connects, never broken. You're a woman. Your strength, your poise, we honor. Your love so sweet and Maya. Support a life inspire. Bury the pain you carry. One man I love and praise you. Have tied your heart with true love. Appreciate sacrifice, never broken. You're a woman. 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 You're a woman.
Thank you so much for sharing that song with us. That was pretty cool.
Okay, man. Thanks so much, buddy.
You're welcome. So, if you could give one piece of advice to an aspiring musician, what would it be?
One piece of advice I would give is to stay true to themselves, stay true to their craft, and be positive and love what you do. Don't do it for anything else other than for the love of it.
I think that's great advice because I think unfortunately some people get distracted with money or virality or how many likes you got, but I think you got to do it for those reasons.
That's for sure. It is
Yeah.
not good to do it for any other reason other than money. I mean, excuse me.
Freudian slip.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy, yeah.
No problem, man. Yeah. That's awesome.
Don't delete that out either.
Yeah.
That's
No,
funny.
no. You got to be authentic, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So what you're saying is we should not do it for the money, right?
absolutely. Not for the
Yeah.
money. Do it for the love of it. Do it because everyone that's an artist is gifted to do their music, do their craft, and with creativity. And I don't think anybody that's given this gift for free by God to just be disrespectful with it and just use it for any other reason. I'm sure that your gifts and what you do is going to make room for all of the extra added things, but it's important to do it for the right reasons, and money just can't be the number one reason. So.
Sure. Absolutely. I mean, of course, at some point you want to be able to do it for a living, which means you have to monetize it. But yeah, it shouldn't be anywhere near the top of the list.
Absolutely, that's correct.
So speaking of money, one of the questions I like to ask a lot of guests is scams.
Hmm.
How can we avoid scams or getting ripped off? Tell us about one you might have fallen for, or just what your vibe is with that.
If it seems to be, too good to be true, normally it is too good to be true. So, take care of it. I don't necessarily get caught up in the scams most times because I'm always paying attention, but I'm not getting caught up in certain things like that. I'm not getting my information put anywhere, and who knows where it is. And I just kind of protect yourself at all cost. I don't get caught up in stuff like that because I'm normally paying attention. Like, yeah, no, that's a scam. I got something the other day from some famous magazine, and it came in as a text message, and I'm like, a famous magazine doesn't have my information to text me, and if they did, normally, they would send an email from, their department at the magazine, not from a text. So I knew off the rip, don't get so gullible and wanting to get this get rich, get quick scheme. Don't do that. Take it easy and take care of yourself.
Yeah, for sure. What things do you not like to do?
I don't like to be rushed. I don't like to be rushed, but I do enjoy at the last minute sort of thing. I enjoy the last minute. I don't like to be rushed, but then I get caught at the last minute trying to finish something. That's an oxymoron, but that's just what it is for me sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the coolest job you've had in the last 10 years or 20 years or any job?
The coolest job I have is having conversations with the public and the podcast. This is the cool type thing for me. I enjoy it just to be able to get your perspective across. There was one job that I really enjoy. It's this job right here, doing podcasts, doing my music, talking to people, helping lives, changing people with the music that I enjoy to write. So if there's one job I enjoy, I have to say this right here, what I'm doing right now, talking to you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
So tell us about a time when things didn't go the way you wanted, like either a gig you did or a project, and tell us what you learned from that.
Well, one of the things when we're in the industry could honestly be very brutal and very unnerving. So I think for the most part, sometimes when you think you have friends in the industry, those friends don't turn out to be friends. That was disheartening to find out that the people that you loved and you helped and you've, helped along the way, that, their return, the investment that you invested in them, they didn't return it back to you. So that was disheartening. How did I get around it? And I just kind of understood just sometimes it's going to get that way. Sometimes it's going to get difficult, but that doesn't require you to stop and just get dismayed. You still have to push and do what it is that you believe you need to do. And everything is going to work out. You just kind of keep pushing and not get, torn away from whatever it is.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. So tell us about a TV show that you're watching or binging. What are you into right now?
What I'm into right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I turned off my Xfinity. So right now, I am not watching TV. Most times, I'm maybe looking at, I don't know, something to do with music or trying to kind of build brands and stuff like that. So right now, I'm in the building stage, just creativity, just to kind of make that happen. So I'm not necessarily watching any TV shows. And sometimes artists, this is what it is. Well, sometimes you can be married to your craft so much that the only thing that kind of gets you going and gets you happy is you doing the work, building your brand and doing your music.
So, do you have any advice for a previous boss?
Yeah, get a life.
Okay. Tell us about your website. Where can people buy and stream your stuff? Where can they hook up with you online?
Well, you can reach me on my website at kennyjmusic.com. That there's going to show you a whole bunch of different things that I'm doing. You can also reach me on my Instagram at Kenny Wilkins. And you can also on Instagram, I have my new podcast page, is Real Talk, Real Thought. You can also reach me on Facebook, which is Kenny J. Wilkins. I have a Facebook page there also called Real Talk, Real Thought. And TikTok, Kenny J. Wilkins, #7. All of my music that I'm doing is going to be on your iTunes or in your iStore and wherever you get your music from, Spotify, everywhere you can get it. And I'm grateful also that, my first show drops today at 7 o'clock. And if you can go right now on YouTube and watch the podcast, you'll hear me talking about some good old fashioned music. All of those places there, gonna kind of give you all of my information on what I'm doing.
That's awesome, man. So, last question for you. What inspires you?
Life. So many different aspects of life, whether it's driving down the street, whether it's talking to my daughter, or whether it's talking to anyone or getting perspective. I can walk down the aisle of a grocery store and see something that inspires me. Life inspires me, the trees, the darkness, the light, everything inspires me as a writer, as a creator. It's good to be alive, and it's good to be able to exercise my gift and create.
It's great, man. I mean, Kenny J, I had a wonderful time, and thank you so much for doing this.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks so much, sir.
You're welcome. So to all the listeners out there, thank you for listening to the two of us and spending a little bit of your oh so precious time with us. We both hope your unique story gets heard around the world too. My name is Sarantos. Please join me every single Tuesday evening to hear other amazing artists share their fascinating behind the scenes stories right here at the Songwriter Show on Reality Radio 101. I love you all. Have a great night.
Heart really feels broken. The night looks down at me. Everything feels like a distant memory. It was so long ago. I felt cold and so alone, buried inside of me, but the words still got out of me. That one fateful night, you made it all feel right. The way you looked up to me, the feeling just seemed. Yes, I went down that road, but quickly realized I did not belong. You made it easy to believe. How easy would things be? It'd be so easy to believe in you. I could truly see my dream turn to reality. Funny how quickly things can change. What a way to come undone. I carelessly believe it was easy to believe. That one beautiful morning, you made me want to stay. The way you played with my hair, you really seemed to care. I fell hard for you. I believed it was meant to be, that fate would be so easy. How easy would things be? It'd be so easy to believe in you. I could truly see my dream turn to reality. to believe. How easy would things be? It'd be so easy to believe in you. I could truly see my dream turn to reality. Funny how quickly things can change. What a way to come undone. 'Cause I carelessly believe you were so dead easy to believe.
Thank you for listening to The Songwriter Show. To keep the momentum going, head over to www.songwritershow.com and join our free music community of artists, songwriters, and producers. That's www.songwritershow.com.